My son-in-law, Tom King, my son Matthew Cicero, and I are in Kentucky hunting with a friend of ours, Michael Minton. Tom is videoing this footage at the moment. He has this nice buck coming right up under his tree stand. The rut is just getting kicked off here in Kentucky. My son-in-law been doing a little calling sequences, got the attention of this buck. He come in looking for some action. Now every one of us is bow hunting, and for an Alabama boy this looks like a pretty good buck with a bow and arrow. So let's see what Tom does with this buck. I don't care how long you've been bow hunting, when they get this close to you, your heart starts pumping a little bit faster, things get more exciting, the adrenaline starts to flow. This is what we do it for. Guys, this is awesome. I don't know what you guys are thinking, but that right there is a perfect quarter and away shot. You would think he'd be at full draw right now letting that arrow go. But Tom decides to let this buck walk, because we know we got bigger bucks in the area to hunt. I commend him on his discipline for letting this deer walk. It ain't easy sometimes. Unless you, of course, know you got bigger bucks in the area to hunt. It makes it a little bit easier, but still it's a tough call. The adrenaline gets to flowing. Your heart rate's fast. You're excited. It's very tempting, guys, to let that arrow fly. This buck walked off, and about an hour later, he came back through. I guess this buck must have some kind of death wish. Keep walking back in front of a guy with a bow and arrow in his hand. You gotta wonder if this buck is tempting Tom to go ahead and take the shot. After being gone for a solid hour and then coming back up under his tree stand again for a second time. Guys, that's a pretty tough call right there. I know I've done it before, and I know for sure it ain't an easy thing to do, let a buck walk twice. I had one come up to my stand 3 different times, do the same thing, right straight up under the tree stand. He was convinced after a calling sequence that there was a deer there somewhere and he was bound determined to find it. Looks like this buck's doing the same thing. will say this about Tom. He's pretty steady with a camera. Looks like he's getting some pretty good footage, this buck. That in itself ain't easy. Well, lucky for this buck, Tom was looking for something just a little bit bigger and let him get on out of there. Sometimes it can pay off letting deer like this walk. Sometimes you look back on it and go, "Why, I should have took that shot." But you never know unless you let them walk. Well, how it's going to turn out. I guess this buck's going to head back up there into his bed area, up on top of the hill there. Just kind of wait things out. A little later that morning, this doe come barreling out of the bed area down there closer to Tom, and like something might have been getting after her. It's a young doe. You know Mama's close by somewhere. Possible that that buck or a bigger one might be chasing her. There comes Mama. Kind of see how they're walking nervous. You know, during the rut, you see that a lot with does. They always walk that way for the most part, but sometimes they can act like they are just real nervous during the rut. And he looks up and sees this buck coming. Now this is a much nicer buck. I think Tom might just decide to take this deer right here. Now Tom does not have a bow mounted camera like Matthew and I. He's actually hand holding his camcorder. So when he takes the shot, he turns the camera off, takes the shot, and then he usually forgets to turn the camera back on again and get the recovery because he's so excited. We're working with him on that. Perhaps we'll make him a filmmaker after all. He's already a hunter. Just got to practice a little bit more with the filmmaking. You can tell he's starting to get nervous. Camera's going all over the place. And it's going to give him a good shot. Unfortunately, he doesn't get it on film, so you guys get to see this part. Him turning the camera off. And there he is, folks, with his nice Kentucky buck. I'm pretty sure Tom's going to probably put this one on the wall.